This is Dan Dicks here reporting for Press for Truth, and here we go again, folks. There's a lot of weird stuff going on with this second assassination attempt on Donald Trump's life, so let's jump right into it. A 58-year-old man named Ryan Routh is now in custody after allegedly pointing an AK-47 at Donald Trump during a round of golf. A Secret Service agent who was on Trump's detail at the time shot at this guy when he apparently saw his muzzle sticking out of the bushes pointing towards the fairway. According to this timeline of events, Trump was at hole 5, the gunman was hiding at hole 6, about 300 to 500 yards away from Trump. The Secret Service then shot at him. He then abandoned his rifle and bag. He then escaped the scene in a black Nissan, and he was later arrested down the road on the I-95. Now, there's a lot of questions as to how this man knew when and where Donald Trump would be, considering that it was a last-minute decision for Trump, and this was not made public.
This event was not on any kind of public schedule, so it's not clear how this alleged lone gunman knew the former president would be playing golf today.
Just 4 days ago, on September 11th, on Twitter, Time magazine pinned this post. Time's new cover, how Kamala Harris knocked Donald Trump off course. And it pictures Donald Trump on a golf course going down with the caption, "In trouble." The FBI has since suggested that this was an assassination attempt on Donald Trump.
The FBI says it is investigating what appears to be an attempted assassination attempt of former President Donald Trump.
This, of course, comes just 2 months after they already attempted to assassinate the Republican nominee. But the biggest and most important and obvious question right now is, who are they? Well, let's take a look at Ryan Routh and how he got to this point. Ryan Routh is an activist, a well-documented, hardcore far-left activist who became absolutely convinced that Ukraine must be supported and defended at all costs. He tried recruiting soldiers to fight in Ukraine, and he was profiled by the New York Times in 2023 for his role as a recruiter in Ukraine. He was well known to law enforcement, having several run-ins with the law, including conviction of possession of a weapon of mass destruction. Speaking to Newsweek Romania, Routh said that he believed that the war with Russia was a simple case of good versus evil. When he realized that he was not eligible to be on the front lines due to his age, Routh instead tried to recruit Afghan soldiers fleeing the Taliban to fight in Ukraine. That's what he suggested in his New York Times piece in 2023. He wrote a book titled Ukraine's Unwinnable War, where he urged Iran to kill the former president. And following the arrest, his 35-year-old son said, "This is the first I heard about it." He also said that his father hates Donald Trump, as reasonable people do, adding, "I don't like Trump either." Ryan Routh was also in a propaganda video that was produced by Azov, a violent far-right Ukrainian militia with neo-Nazi origins. The media has said that his political ideology is unclear, despite the fact that the guy has a Biden-Harris bumper sticker on his truck. And body cam footage has already been released of Routh being arrested. Ryan Routh is an absolute nutcase who has been radicalized by the MSM and the far left. He, like many other Americans, have been bombarded with news that would literally suggest that Trump is worse than Hitler.
A lot of people have tried to draw similarities between Mussolini and Hitler and the use of the terminology like vermin and the drive that those men had towards autocracy and dictatorship. The difference, though, I think makes Donald Trump even more dangerous, and that is he has no philosophy he believes in.
When you continuously bombard people with this message that Trump is worse than Hitler, eventually somebody is going to take it to heart. So now back to this question as to who is trying to kill Donald Trump. Who are they? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I can assure you, if the CIA or the deep state wanted Donald Trump dead, he would be dead. They are extremely efficient killing machines. They didn't attempt this and fail twice. If you think that that's the case, I'm sorry, that's just absolutely ludicrous. The deep state will certainly use this event to their advantage to continue to drum up Trump as being the hero that everyone needs. But the only reason why he's still in this race right now to this day is not because the deep state failed. Folks, it's because the deep state is allowing this to happen. So there may be more copycat left-hard loser activists who try to take matters into their own hands moving forward in the future. But moving forward, please always remember this, that at this stage in the game, your vote doesn't matter at all. In fact, we're at the point now that it doesn't even matter if Trump or Harris wins. The result with either outcome is already guaranteed to create a more divided America than we have ever seen. And divide and conquer is their modus operandi. So please don't get too caught up in the theater of it all. Remember that the US elections are now more choreographed than a ballet. What we need to focus on is taking the power back into our own hands and having agency over our lives in every way possible. Secede from the entire system and live as an example to others. That's how we're going to win this. So I just wanted to bring all of that to your attention, guys, because it's pretty big breaking news right now. If you do appreciate my efforts to do so, please check me out at pressfortruth.ca/donate. You can check that top link in the description on whatever video platform you happen to be watching this on today. And that's all for today, guys. I want to thank you so much for watching. Please click that thumbs up button, share this video, and stay tuned. We're going to have more video reports coming soon, God willing. This is Dan Dicks reporting for Press for Truth. We all want truth. The truth will set you free.